All right. Hi, Frank.
Hello.
Okay. How did you first hear about our school, and what made you decide to enroll your child here?
Well, we went to a sort of a open house that the city put on. So Debbie went to sort of like a fair for all different kid things in the community, and we attended that. And I had never attended one before, and it was a little overwhelming, to be honest. But there was just something about meeting Debbie that made me feel like it was quite intuitive, actually. But I felt like there was something different in her approach, and I really can't put my finger on it, but I just went with it, and I'm glad I did.
Very cool. All right. How has our school supported your child's individual learning styles and needs?
So my child started here when she was 2, and now she's 17. So that's quite a while. And she was just under 3, 2 years old at the time. And we had some concerns about a child that young starting anywhere, but we knew we wanted her to be learning and not just watched. And so it became apparent within an hour of coming here the first time, sitting down, working with some of the materials, some of the I don't know if you're called, I don't remember if they're called manipulatives or all the hands-on things.
Oh no, you got it. Materials, jobs.
Jobs.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Just jobs. A very simple word. And she just started working with some of the materials that were here, and it just seemed like the right thing right from the start.
Very cool. So like as you've seen, her grow, do you feel like this school has had an impact on her, like throughout her educational career?
Yeah, so what we've noticed, I'm going to cut. Sorry, I just had a frog in my thumb.
Okay.
Cut! What we've noticed is that our kid is never afraid to get her hands dirty. So she'll jump into projects that sometimes we don't even know about until they're underway at the house. One of the things that she does a lot now is just like house plant care and plant rescue, and just the willingness to kind of dive in and start working rather than waiting around for instructions. We've noticed that all the way through her school career.
That's awesome. All right. How would you describe the teaching staff and their approach to nurturing young learners?
Individuated. So our kid was a little shy, a bit reserved. I believe she was referred to here as the great observer. And so her method of interacting with other people was to watch for a long period of time before interacting. And to be honest, I think there was a time when her mom and I were a little concerned about that, because in this culture, kids are really raised to be extroverted whenever possible, right? It's really like, that's a sign of success. If your kid's going to run around and say hello to everybody, we all kind of look at that as like, oh, that's wonderful, the kid must be doing well.
True, yeah.
That's not how everybody is.
No,
That's wasn't how I was either. So I was concerned, and her mom was concerned that people being able to see her for who she is and what she is might be an issue in some places. And that really was not the case here. And I think Debbie was the first person to describe her way of being as a strategy. That's her personal strategy for learning and interacting with others. And I just remember thinking like, oh, that's a cool way to think about it. It's a strategy. It's not some sort of deficiency or something like that. It's just the way she is individually.
Yeah, it's not linear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I know you've talked a lot about the environment here. Can you kind of like break down your viewpoint on that?
Yeah. So because my kid started here so long ago, she was 2 and she's now 17. I come here today and I look and I see the same circle where she rode her tricycle, when she was very little. The same floors. There might be some of the same jobs here that my kid did when I first brought her in here when she was almost 3. And I think for parents who are not so sure about the right place to put their kid, that's a lot of stability. To have this infrastructure in place, teaching this many kids for this long, is a lot of stability. And there's probably not any family situation or any kind of learning style that hasn't been seen before here in that time. So for us, it worked out really well. For parents who are now coming through and wondering, where to place their kid, it just is an additional 15 years plus of experience based on my kid that Debbie brings to teaching young people here. So just wanted to mention that.
Wow, thank you.